Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, the 16th day of March, the 18th day of Adar. Here we go. With only 3.5 weeks to go, believe it or not, to Pesach, or maybe almost 4 weeks to Pesach, I want to tell you one that we need to know about the bitter herbs. At the Seder, you know that there will be a time when we will eat marar, or bitter herbs. And I want to clarify, because people could make some common mistakes. There are basically two choices that are recommended by the rabbis for things that they say qualify for bitter herbs, and they are romaine lettuce or horseradish. There is something about endives being possibly used for the mar for the bitter herbs, but you have to know that you're using the right kind. And if you are planning to use them, you better speak with your rabbi to make sure if you got the right kind. Because the only one where you could more certainly be getting it right is with romaine lettuce and or with horseradish. Okay, but there's still things that you're going to have to check and get right even with those two. If you're going to use romaine lettuce for your mara, for your bitter herbs, you know what I'm going to say next. It's very famous. You have to be very carefully checking them for bugs because there are little tiny bugs that live amongst romaine lettuce, and it's one of the don't do's of our Torah that says never swallow a full bug. And that might happen to you if you don't properly check your romaine lettuce. So just make certain that you're getting all the checking properly. Sometimes there's pre-checked lettuce. Some rabbis say it needs to be rinsed. So that please check with your rabbis and your store in your city about what's available in your city. But do make certain that it's romaine lettuce that's properly checked and does not have any bugs, and speak to your rabbis about the specifics on your romaine lettuce. And that's one good way to go. The other way is horseradish, and you cannot use the bottled stuff that has vinegar in it and sugar and coloring and all that. You can't use bottled horseradish at all. It has to be real horseradish. And even real horseradish, I don't recommend anybody ever take a bite of a horseradish root. Yeah, I could do it. Yeah, well, I don't think you could. And don't dare yourself to do it. It's too strong. So what most people who are regular humans do is they grind up before Pesach their horseradish. They buy a horseradish root, they grind it up. Could make your eyes tear like crazy. That's what it does to me. And they grind it up and they make it into small, little tiny ground pieces. And then you spread it out so that it dries a little bit, and then a day later, when it's time for the Seder, it's in good shape to be eaten for the horseradish of your Seder. Grinding it and having it like right away is so strong that some rabbis say that's not bitter, that's sharp. And God told us to eat a bitter herb, not a sharp herb. So be careful about being a brave hero when it comes to horseradish. You're supposed to eat horseradish that tastes bitter, not that tastes sharp, say a lot of rabbis. So do grind it up before, and then it has a bitter taste, and then that's more proper too. You might want to check with your rabbi too to make certain that you're getting that piece of the whole ordeal right. If you're going to have the horseradish straight, the ground up stuff, then I've seen estimates that it's a little over a fluid ounce. So if you think of one of those bathroom cups that holds 3 ounces, you know those little Dixie cups? So about a little more than a third of that would be enough of the horseradish if you want to do it that way. I recommend romaine lettuce. That's much less likely to give you heartburn, and it's easier to eat, and it does qualify as a bitter food according to the rabbis, but you will have to have like a big piece of it, but it's easy. It's a lot of fiber, it's good for your stomach, it's healthy and everything, and that's what I personally recommend as my favorite for bitter herbs. And no, you don't lean to the left when you eat it because it's not a sign of freedom. Okay, those are some of the basics on the bitter herb that you will do at your Seder. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.